Sunday Night Football takes us to Pittsburgh this week, where the Cincinnati Bengals will come to town to face the Steelers. Cincinnati is a 2.5-point favorite on BETDAQ. 40.5 is the total in this game. And the Bengals lead the AFC North by 2 games over Baltimore. Pittsburgh, meanwhile, has lost 2 straight tough games. They now sit at 5-8. The playoffs appear to be out of reach. Cincinnati, a very popular public bet this week, and why not? They beat the Steelers 20-10 back in Week 2. Statistically, they're better than Pittsburgh on both sides of the ball. However, I guess I just can't help myself. I am on the Steelers here this week, have a strong Pittsburgh feeling. Now, full disclosure, the Steelers have cost me a little bit of money over the second half of this season, including last week when I was backing them at home against the Miami Dolphins. They blew a fourth-quarter lead in that game, ended up losing 34-28. So I was trying to stay away from the Steelers this week, but the more I looked at this game, the more I like the Pittsburgh side. Just feel like this is a great situational play for the Steelers. This is going to be like their Super Bowl because, as we said, the playoffs are out of reach for this team now. But this, a nationally televised Sunday night game against a division rival that beat them earlier this season. And that division rival, the Bengals, they're a flawed team. They have a good defense, but a very inconsistent offense. 7 times this season, the Bengals have produced 21 points or fewer. Pittsburgh, top half of the league in both yards allowed and points allowed. And the Pittsburgh offense, not a whole lot of people realize just how well they've been playing over the last couple of months. 6 straight games now, they've produced 20 points or more. Really, ever since rookie running back Le'Veon Bell emerged a couple of months ago and gave them a legitimate option in the running game, this Pittsburgh offense has flourished. And even though Cincinnati, a good defense, top 10 in the NFL in every major statistical category, the Bengals not quite as good on defense as they were the last time they faced the Steelers when they had players like defensive tackle Geno Atkins, who's the best player on that defense, cornerback Leon Hall, who's their best defensive back. Those guys no longer around. And even though the Bengals have been able to keep it together, they're still playing well on the defensive side of the ball. Not sure they're going to be able to have the same type of success against this Pittsburgh offense that they had back in Week 2. Just feel like this is a good opportunity for the Steelers here. Think they're going to put it together one more time. Think they're going to be able to beat Cincinnati at home in front of the football-watching world on Sunday Night Football. So I'm on Pittsburgh here as a 2.5-point home underdog.